backing up a little bit. Ignore what he just said. Don't do what you want to do. If you want to jump off a friggin' bridge without a bungee cord,
He's smart, he's handsome, and clean. Now I'm just playing. It's your boy King Gino back at it with the first video of Factual Opinions, and we got
Patrick, that's all you're getting.
Yeah, you see why I brought him for the first episode. It's gonna be some real controversial issues. Y'all see the title of the video, you know what I'm saying? So, me, I'm a very fact-based person. You know, emotions, what are those? But for the sake of the video, I brought the homie because, you know,
I deal with every possibility, but you know, no one likes to say that.
we bump heads a lot. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. So, do you think or react with your brain or with your heart?
Both don't matter, just saying. But it depends on the situation, honestly.
And that's where we bump heads, because I believe that thinking with your heart is it's just toxic, you know? I don't think it's, you know, plausible to think with your heart for the simple fact of if you know something is bad for you and you know what your heart wants, you're still gonna go with your heart anyway, and in the end, you're still gonna get hurt regardless, right?
Wrong. Simply because it depends on the situation. Everything has a situation, everything has a possibility. They're endless. So you have endless ways of reacting to stuff.
Okay, let's say you think with your heart, depending on the situation. In most situations, if you think with your heart, are you gonna come out hurt or happy?
Me personally, you can't just select one without thinking of the other.
Let's put on the overall perspective of things. If you think with your heart 100% of the time, would you be happy or hurt most of the times? That's what we want to figure out.
I'm not gonna say you're stupid, but it's very close-minded to just assume one position without thinking of the other. Infinite possibilities, infinite realities. You gotta think. It's not always fixed in time. There you go.
Okay, you said you can't have one without thinking about the other. Well, in hindsight, you're gonna think, okay, for example, I want a burger, right? But I'm lactose, but I want cheese on it. The heart is gonna want that cheese, but you know it's not good for you. You're still gonna go with your heart. Because you want that thing, because your heart wants you to get that cheese, but you know in your head that you can't get that cheese because you're lactose.
Something as minuscule as this don't really matter because you can either get it with the cheese or without the cheese. It's the possibility that you will get it or won't get it.
All right, let's talk in a more serious term. Let's talk about relationships, the most minuscule term. You have a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her boyfriend's treating her like crap, you know, cheating. She gave the dude multiple chances, and, you know, her heart is like, I love him, I want to be with him, but she knows the right thing to do is leave, bro, because, you know, he's toxic for her. And that's the most common example, especially in today's day and age. So in that aspect, with thinking with your heart, even though knowing that logically it's smart for you to leave, thinking with your heart, is it overall more harmful or helpful?
In this certain situation, definitely harmful. But if you want toxic, be with toxic. That's all you're gonna get.
But you're still gonna end up hurt at the end of the day.
You chose being hurt though.
Exactly. So that's why we go to the mental standpoint of things. Whereas, when people say think with your brain, they don't necessarily say, oh, just forget the heart. Like, no, we're human, right? So what I think of when people say think with your heart or think with your brain is basically you assess both situations. For the girl, for example, instead of her blindly just going with her heart, you know, not even really thinking what could happen after, you know, if he hurts her again, thinking with your brain would be like, okay, I love bro, right? She's gonna want to stay with bro because she has feelings for bro. And that would be it for the heart. But if you're thinking with your brain, you're gonna be like, but it'll be better for me, for my mental health, for my emotional health, for my future relationships, for me to leave now. And overall, I know I'm not gonna be hurt if I do leave right now. You see where I'm coming from?
Very much, very much.
So in hindsight, it would be more plausible to think with your brain, but as you said, in certain situations, you're gonna react a certain way, and when you react, it's an involuntary function. That's the definition, it's an involuntary function. So when people react with their heart, they're not rational. You know, it takes a very steady-headed person to think with their brain, correct?
Very true.
It just comes down to how you live your life and how you view life, right?
Absolutely. Again, if you're stupid with it, then hey, no one's trying to stop you. You can go do what you want, bruh. Or, bruh, Ed, I don't really care. So, hey.
Bruh, I like that, I'm gonna use that. But in hindsight, it all boils down to if you're willing to reap the consequences of your actions.
What he said.
You know, they can be good, they can be bad. At the end of the day, it's your life. Do what you want to do. But I'm just here to help people expand their horizon of things they might not be aware of. Because a lot of the times, we do things subconsciously that we don't realize until somebody actually talks about it.
Backing up a little bit. Ignore what he just said. Don't do what you want to do. If you want to jump off a friggin' bridge without a bungee cord, don't do that stupid stuff. If you want to stab somebody in the toe, why? What is wrong with you? Bro, don't do none of that. Ignore that point. But the rest of what he said, basically good points.
Yeah, but it all just comes down to, you know, lack for better words, how you want to perceive and live your life. You know, you can follow your heart. It's a gamble. Overall, it all boils down to if you can deal with the consequences of your actions and whether you can react or whether you can think through and do your decisions and move, you know, based on what you think and how you feel. So to sum it all up, you can think with your heart, which is high risk, even high reward, but you're gonna be at a lot more pain before you hit that, you know, that high reward. Whereas me personally, I like to think with my brain, whereas I still keep my heart, you know, in the picture. But if it's gonna hurt me, I can then decide, okay, well, I can do this what my heart wants, but it's gonna hurt, or I can do what this my brain wants, and I can attempt to do something that my heart wants later on down the line. Any last words?
Don't be stupid. Just think. Just think. It's not that hard.
Hey, thank you for tuning into your first video. Like, comment, subscribe. Instagram, look at the description below, _king.gino. Vlog coming soon. And peace. That's so fucking hard.